Welcome in. This is an NSD Undead, and this is another Raid Shadow Legends video. We are going to do a showcase on Shayak and Throat Ripper. So, we got Shayak here, we got Throat Ripper here, and we're going to take you through the game and show you what they can do. I feel like they're one of the strongest combos in the game, and they're really fun to use too. So, yeah, let's just dive right in and see what they can do. We're going to go ahead and let's do a damage test, and let's just go stage 10 hard. We're going to take all these guys out. We're obviously, and I'll show you the difference between Shayak with Throat Ripper and then take Shayak out to give you guys a feel of how much more powerful he can be, right? So obviously we need those two, and then I'm gonna bring him in, and we'll bring Lydia, if I could find her. Here we are. And this is gonna just be the basic setup. He increases attack. I don't think he has an increased attack, right? No. And then decrease defense, weaken, just to show you. Let's go ahead and dive right in. Let's see how much he can do to a stage 10 wave, right? So let's do this. Do another turn meter boost, that's fine. Decrease defense and weaken. We're a little fast here. Okay, so we built him a little slow. This is his more PvP build, actually. We'll show you in Hydra, the other build I have for him. That should be more suited for Hydra. But this is a great build just to have in general for wave stuff and everything, probably anyways. But let's go ahead and see what let's do his AoE first here. So, enough to wipe stage 10 wave set for 2 of them. It's pretty solid. And then, obviously, every time he A1s, he goes. If he gets tickled, he goes. Lots of good stuff. So let's go and we're going to just see if we can get back to stuff here. We'll give him increased attack. No decreased defense or weaken. A1. Pretty low, but I mean, still. We'll taunt. We will be able to get back to it here. Another A1. And this is what makes him so powerful, right? He's just constantly doing A1s. Okay, here we go. So everybody has decreased defense and weaken. Let's just go ahead and do his A1 again. 170, 180 on an A1, and you could just keep repeating it. And this is what makes him so powerful with the duo. And then we're gonna go ahead and we'll go ahead and just let this auto. I'm curious on how well it could do against the dragon with this just random team here on stage 10 hard. He counterattacked because of the Shayaks on the same team. 500 and 860,000 right there. Ally attack 187,000. I mean, they're tearing through stage 10 dragon pretty easily, right? We had block debuffs up, so Shayak got to Throat Ripper still got to hit off of that. And then the leech and weaken always being up because of him too is super nice. 360,000 there. 400k there. And this is what makes him so strong throughout a fight. 850, 946. That A3 ability shreds through people pretty well. And this is just a glimpse of what he can do. And like I said, this is more of the PvP build, because you don't need Stone Skin for outside of PvP, so you could really ramp up damage a little more, get more ignored defense, but still really strong, right? And then Packmaster also does bring decreased defense on his A1. So 11 million damage off of that, right? So let's go ahead and go back in here. And then we're going to test out his A3 here, because we've seen the A1 and the A2, right? So let's go ahead and see what this does without... let's go after him. 330k one hit, and that's a double hitter. So, pretty strong, right? Now let's take him out, and let's see what it does just like this. The only difference is not having Packmaster, right? Do this. Do this. Okay. Let's do this. Okay, we still wiped it, 170, 230. Still pretty strong, right? But not quite as strong, obviously. Let's just go ahead and do that. We'll do this. Let's just do the A1. 197. Not terrible. Not terrible. It's still actually really strong. Stronger than I thought it was going to be with him being solo, right? Because Shyak brings so much benefit to his kit. Let's go ahead and do this right here. 309. Interesting. So, him doing those moves, I guess it's mainly in Hydra that he gets a lot of the benefit, right? Let's go read through the kits real fast, and we'll explain why that is. So on Shyak, A1, but it will always drag in the dogs, which is great. And then removing all debuffs from the champions, and then heals himself, places his shield, puts taunt up. None of it can be stolen because the dog and stuff. That one doesn't really help the dog out that much. It's just mainly helping him out. A3 fills the turn meter, puts block buffs on him, can't be resisted if the dogs are out. And then when attacked, we'll place Hex. And if he's attacked, if there's a dog out, he always counterattacks, right? And then we got Throat Ripper, right? This is where his kit gets interesting. A1 will always, this attack also does deal double damage when counterattacking if Packmaster's on the same team. So if he's getting hit, he's always counterattacking, and that's very powerful. His A1 actually does a lot of damage. The A2 attacks all enemies, places an extra hit under enemies with 2 more debuffs. He puts the 2 debuffs out there, and then these debuffs cannot be resisted if Packmaster is on the same team. So you don't need to build accuracy, which is already big, because then you can build more damage. And then this one is very strong. Will ignore 50% defense, Life Barrier, Poison Cloud, and the effect redirect attacks doesn't do it. Or debuffs to another target. So, like, UDK's skill, if you use this, it just hits whoever. And then same with Head of Mischief. It just will hit them even if they don't have Hex. And then repeats the attack if he's on the same team. So, that's why you get that double hit, and it's a strong hit, right? And then he grows his own attack if he kills people or decapitating Hydra heads, which is super sweet. And it doubles if Shyak's on the team. And then instantly activates the Predator skill against a Hydra head when an ally is devoured if Packmaster's on the same team. And it's this. If you have him strong enough built, it pretty much just instantly gets him out. So, it's a crazy duo. They're great. Definitely love how they work together, right? So, that is just the Hydra little thing. Let's take him in Arena since they're in their Arena build. We're pretty high up here, so we'll see how this goes. I haven't actually taken him in Arena myself yet. So, we'll see how this goes. We'll take these ones out. I actually do want to lock out in here. And then we need Shyak. And Throat Ripper. So let's just see how these guys fare with this, right? I'm curious. We might want to even build him slower. I'm not sure, but yeah, we're gonna see how this goes. So let's do this. Actually, I'm curious. Will this counterattack? Okay, the counterattack doesn't make him counterattack. That's fine. We're just gonna do taunt here, and then we're gonna lock them out, and then we'll try to strip their stuff. Okay, let's see what the A2 does. Deleted everybody, counterattack, and then you can just A1, counterattack. We're weak hitting, obviously, because bad affinity, but I mean, overall, that's not an easy team. They're slow, though. Let's go up against a nice. This is a scary team, to be honest, so I don't know how this will go. Let's try it out, though. I'm curious. So let's do this. We're going to do taunt because you want him to get hit because he counterattacks, right? We're going to go and lock everybody out. We didn't get to lock him out, so just got the counterattack there, as you've seen. We'll strip their stuff. Oh, UDK, counterattack. He's swapping forms because it's nice. So this doesn't do any... Oh, we could actually show this off real quick. So it doesn't redirect, right? So UDK usually hitting him first, but watch this. Just went straight and hit him without even hitting. And that's the power of the dog, right? So here we're probably just going to die by nice, I think. Because he has block damage and counterattack up, so I don't think we could really do anything here. We didn't die fully, actually. Surprisingly. Enough to where it doesn't matter, probably. We brought him back. Counterattack, great. Here comes another counterattack, great. Okay. I mean, we still have a good shot here. Oh, we have our big skill, too. And we have the right affinity. Let's see. Let's see what this does to a nice. One shot him. Not even a chance with nice fully buffed out. That's a fully awakened nasty nice. That Krokmar just deleted. So, pretty powerful even in the PvP thing. I actually have a little team coming up on Siege I'm going to try. But that's interesting. Let's do a couple more battles, and then we'll probably switch to Hydra and show you guys something there. I forgot to do the taunt. But we're just going to kill them anyways. Except for the weak hits. Let's just auto it. See what they do. I mean, I think it's going to be really fast teams as well. And as you've seen, just tore through. The reason why I didn't kill Monkey there is I think the redirecting. Because his A1, I believe. Let's double check this. But it counts as single target. So his A1 will still, the first hit. So the person that UDK is protecting, it actually still doesn't do. But it will hit everybody else in the team. So... attacks all enemies. This attack deals single target damage. So UDK still will protect one person, right? So there's that. But we're going to go ahead and switch out builds and go into Hydra. Give me 1 second here, guys. All right. So we're going to take him into Hydra. And let's put on their Hydra builds. So we have, this is his stats for his PvP build that I had, which is in Savage Stoneskin. I just put some of the best gear I have, so it is pretty inflated stats, don't get me wrong. And we had Cat's Gaze. So all good stuff. His masteries are like this. All that's staying on the same, except for the build is going to change to, this is the Hydra build I built for him, which I think is roughly, okay, no, we have a lot more, a lot more attack. So, as you can see, we have a little more speed, we have a lot more attack, about the same crit damage, but now we're also in Merciless, so we're ignoring even more defense. I would like to do like Zeal with it or something, but it's just not quite in the cards right this second. And then, yeah, we're fully booked out now, all that stuff. For Packmaster, this build could probably stay like this if we wanted it to. We literally just took his banner for the dog. It's a really good banner. It's my fastest banner, but it's also an attack banner, so he will keep that. But we're gonna do we're doing a relentless build. May or may not be the way to go with it, but that's what we have. Around 300 speed, plenty of resistance, stuff like that. So we have wand on him. These are this gear sets. He's booked his masteries. And then let's actually, because we're gonna compare him to the cat. So what's my cat have on him? 354. We actually might be perfect right now. Throat Ripper. 351. Perfect. Okay. So dog stats, obviously in par with my cat. Definitely has more attack, I think. Yeah, definitely has like 1,000 more attack. But the cat's way faster, and his damage does go off of speed too. And then same crit damage. So very similar builds. Both have 5-star blessings. Let's show you the clan boss team, or the Hydra team that I work with here. My team goes on hard. This team could very much do just fine on brutal as well. But I have these teams for my upper teams. Obviously, they're hard to beat. This team actually might be able to beat my brutal team right now. But let's try this out here. So this is my concept of this team. Both in my damage dealers. We got Packmaster. I picked Queen just for AoE decreased defense and another ally attack. Hatter for Hex, which we don't really... Actually, we do need Hex. He brings Weaken, which we don't really need that much because we have Dog, but doesn't matter too much. And he also brings in the... which is key to know, is he brings in the highest crit damage ally with this. The ally with the highest crit damage will team up. The ally would do their default skill, which both of my damage dealers are AoEs. The damage dealt by the joining ally increases by 10% per each debuff on the target, which is very strong. So, and we just seen that the cat has a little less crit damage, right? So, or I mean a little more. So 381, 384. So the cat will be getting dragged in by Hatter. Packmaster will always be dragging in the dog. It will be a lot more because every time Packmaster even gets hit or whatever, he's going, but Hatter will be dragging in my cat. And then we have Duchess just for perfect veil and a backup reviver if we need it. And then she's in 9-piece protection to help with some more damage. So we're not going to do a quick battle. I'll let you guys play this out and see what you guys think of this team. So, yeah, I mean, that's pretty much what it comes down to. Oh, and also the Queen is in Provoke gear to help with the Provoke head since we don't have Provoke. The cat, I think, strictly does A1s, except for the first hit. But as you could see, here we go. 680 on a live head. 800k with no decreased defense, 800k with decreased defense. So, I mean, maybe we need to go down to 1 times for a second here. Kind of a lot going on here. So there's that AoE decreased defense. Here we go. How much damage? 1.8, 1.6. And he's going to ramp up his damage too, right? So he's not even anywhere close to being ready. Fully wrapped up here. There's Hex. Brung in the cat, 2.3. We all know cat can do crazy damage. So, nothing new there. Cat goes again. Let's see what happens. Here's an ally attack. We have perfect veil, so that works out just fine. 1.2. I mean, they just do crazy damage. Now we'll see what they do up against each other, right? Because a cat is a very strong champion in Hydra specifically. But the dog, I think, will outdo him throughout the run. He's a very strong champion with Shayak. Got Poison Cloud. Now his remember his A3, it will ignore his redirecting, and it can go through Poison Cloud. So if you need to manual, you can just go one-shot him and then you're good to go, or even through him and just to try to delete it. But this is the team. We could see the crazy numbers it's putting up. I'm going to put it back to 2 times for you guys. We will let it run out and see what it gets by the end of it. There's 1,000,000 damage on a counterattack there. So, I mean, it's just 2.8 million one shot that head. As you can see, he just does crazy damage. But I'll let you guys enjoy the video, let you guys see what's going on, and I will catch you guys at the end of it. Bye. Okay, we're getting toward the end of the run here. Looking pretty healthy on damage. We're gonna see what the dog does versus the cat here. But as you could see, the numbers are pretty crazy, and the only thing that's stopping this team is that block damage, right? I mean, as soon as that's off, they're dead. And it's kind of crazy, and a lot of that has to do with the dog. Now, the cat is very strong too. But the power of the dog, I mean, I have a feeling it's going to be a pretty decent difference on the dog and the cat's damage. Even though Hatter is dragging in the cat instead of the dog. It might even be worth switching that out, but I don't know yet. We'll see how this goes. We don't know the numbers yet until we see them, right? But it's crazy how much damage he's doing. I don't know if you noticed a couple of things. Packmaster, he could put up block buffs even with Poison Cloud out. That's a nice perk. And then the other thing is, as soon as the Head of Mischief fell off of block damage and we got a counterattack, I've seen him one-shot him a few times. But there is, the proof is in the pudding there, guys. I mean, absolutely demolished the cat's damage. And Hatter was bringing the cat in, so it's not like we were just fully pouring into Croc Throat Ripper here. And look at the healing he technically did, too, because of his leech, I'm guessing. And it's just crazy. I mean, it's just insane, the value that these guys bring and what they could do together. So, I mean, there it is. We'll go and keep it. My goal is to get over 1 billion with this team. I think we need to fine-tune it. I think it is too fast, to be honest. And that's why we're just hitting into block damage heads too often. But yeah, for a team that's a crazy damage team, and I'm sure it could do just as much probably on Brutal or Nightmare, to be honest with you, and have not really any issues. It's just doing so much damage. Chimera, I think he could do all right in as well. I don't have a team for him in Chimera yet, but his A1 which is a perk for Chimera. His A1 doesn't reflect damage, so that actually does work on Chimera. So if you are on Ram form and you're just A1ing, he'll do just fine. I think Chimera will be a separate video, and maybe I'll try to work some teams around Packmaster and Croc-Mar and Chimera and see what they could do together. I just haven't put much thought into Chimera yet with those two specifically, but we might try it out, and I'll maybe post another video just strictly about Chimera with them. But that's them in Hydra. I'm sure they would demolish regular clan boss, even though his bigger claim to fame is AoE. He's still going to do a lot of damage, guaranteed, with single targets as well. And he definitely can tear through all dungeons with you if you need help tearing through dungeons. He can do great with waves. He's going to destroy any wave out there. But just that initial hit, right? So I'm curious here. I haven't done this yet, so don't fault me if it doesn't go great. But we're going to grab Throat Ripper and Packmaster here. And we're going to see what he can do just versus a single target boss with that. Oof. I thought somebody else was going to take... I thought she was going to take the crit damage there. Never mind. I mean, Packmaster is good for this, by the way. But, yeah, we can't do any damage with that on. But with Taunt and everything, these two actually could be a really good staple of teams like this. We need somebody with more crit damage in here to let him go actually do his thing here. That's the problem there. Yeah, that's fine. We're going to go and finish this one off. Marius did everything there. But we are going to see about editing. What's my Marius's crit damage? 315. Gotcha. Let's just go ahead and do the cat, since we know. Or do we have enough? No, not even close. Yeah, let's just put the cat in. I don't know how this is gonna go because no enemy max HP, but we're gonna try this here. I just want to see how much damage he can do to this, right? We're not gonna do anything. Okay, let's see what this can do to a single target. I mean, look at that, though. That's like Newt level and Marius level hits, you know? That's very strong. We'll go and do that. We'll go and do this. We don't want to do multi-level hits. Do this. And again. So, I mean, it's very strong, though. Right, guys? Oh, an ally attack. Let's see what it does. Not too bad. Nothing crazy. But, as you can see, they're very capable, right? Like, these two alone can take down this boss for sure. No problems. And that was with, yeah, I mean, that was just a minute team and there's just them. Like, so, very strong team. Can help you go through any of the dungeons pretty easily. I think they're very strong with that. That A3 is actually super strong for even single target bosses. Arena, I think they're going to be fun. I'll show you my siege team that I'm going to be building for this siege for funsies. Faction Wars, going to be a staple here. I already did it, but they actually did help me get to the 3-star here. And then I will be able to get to the 3-star there, but they'll definitely help you walk through the Orc faction crypt fairly easy because of how much damage they do. You might just have to be able to figure out how to survive and do the conditions, but very strong in Faction Wars. Will definitely help you climb all the way through there. Definitely could do, I mean, he could be an easy campaign farmer even for you, I'm sure. Let's see how fast his campaign farming is. Do we have a new campaign farmer? My question is would he use his, he does use that ability, so that's a little disappointing just for the fact of you never want to use that, but I mean, still 8 seconds. And obviously he's gonna be very consistent at this. Like, nothing's surviving his hits. No matter what ability he's using, he will just decimate. You could do a thing with him and make him go faster, I'm sure. Like, instead of doing this, you could just do A1s, you know? And he's gonna do just as well, right? So you can do probably 6 seconds, maybe. Still strong, right? So you can definitely easily do stuff like that. I bet him and Packmaster could definitely help with climbing through waves. The biggest thing you want to do is make sure you put Packmaster's taunt up, so he's for sure getting hit, and then Throat Ripper's just going to keep retaliating and wipe the waves, right? Let's go ahead and show, can we go into a previous wave, I'm pretty sure, right? And then we're just going to do Packmaster and Throat Ripper by themselves and see how far they can go here. This is just off the cuff, guys. I just kind of want to show him what he can do with just the two. So let's see what they can do together. Now, obviously, we didn't taunt there or taunt there. I don't know why he's not putting up his taunt, but as you could see, just retaliation after retaliation after retaliation, and just gonna go through these waves like they're nothing, right? Wipe that wave with one hit. Now, obviously, this is gear dependent, right? If you don't have good gear, he's not gonna be doing as much damage. But the point is, he's still gonna do a lot of damage for anybody's account with this combo. Like, I mean, he's just tearing through everything you put him in. So, very strong couple there. I don't think there's many duos, if any, that will be stronger than these two. Definitely let me know what you guys think in the comments, what you guys are doing with them. If you have any ideas for my Hydra team, I'm definitely all ears. But outside of that, drop a like, drop a comment. I'll see you guys all in the next video. And that's it. Have a good one, guys. Bye.